Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. I want to say hi and thank you to my new subscribers. This week I got a few new subscribers that are having fun binge watching the 300 plus videos I've got on my channel. So welcome aboard. I appreciate you so much. And I am super excited to show you this. Look at this. I created coffee mugs and they're my own original artwork. And you know, if you follow me, that I use art for pain management, and art is wonderful for everything from depression, anxiety, pain management, and just anything in general that's just stressing you out. It's a de-stressor, and it is the best therapy in the world, is creating art. So at the end of every video, I always say, art soothes the heart. So I created an Art Soothes the Heart coffee mug, and it's got a hand with paint, my hand lettering that I love to do in my journals. It's even got Neocolor 2 crayons, which you know is my favorite art supply. It features this hand-drawn mandala. On this side is the plain mandala with the dragonflies all the way around it that I've created years ago. And then this side, it's the mandala with the art supplies and the saying on it. It comes in two sizes. So this is an 11 ounce and this is the 15 ounce. The only unfortunate part about the 15 ounce, there are colors that you can choose from. This is green and blue, and I think another color or two that you can choose from. But the third-party print-on-demand company only offers the 15 ounce in the blue. So if you prefer a bigger mug, then you have to get the blue handle and interior, which is beautiful. So that's the only one right now that the 15 ounce is offered in. The other colors all are available in an 11 ounce mug. So here they are. I'll put the link in the description box below. Look at how cute. So cute. I'm so proud of this mug. It's just so cute. So anyway, I also wanted to say thank you to the people who have made donations. I've received one or two little donations this week, and everything I receive I appreciate, plus purchases from my digitals in the shop. I have some new ways to give a donation. I had some comments back that originally my donation method is PayPal, and not a lot of people, I guess, like PayPal. I've used it for years and have never had a problem, and I've always loved PayPal, but I guess a lot of people don't, and they were asking, is there another way that I can donate to you other than buying the digitals? So I have added a Venmo account for donations, and I'm back into Buy Me a Coffee. I used to be with Buy Me a Coffee years ago, and I loved it. It was a really fun way for people to support my channel and my art. You can buy me a coffee, make any size donation you'd like, and it's a way that I can easily thank you in person. And they had changed their policies, and I didn't like them, and then I just recently saw that they had made some more changes to their platform, and I'm back to doing the Buy Me a Coffee donation. So there's three ways now, with the PayPal, Venmo, and Buy Me a Coffee. So if you'd like to donate, I appreciate everybody's help so much. You have no idea. I am still struggling financially. I'm struggling physically, and I'm struggling emotionally. I've been having a hard time, but as we know, art soothes the heart. So I'm going to grab my Art Soothes the Heart mug and get started on this fun project that I have for you guys. And this is by a print-on-demand company. So through the platform that I have, the store, they use a third-party print-on-demand company, which I think did a beautiful job in the printing of these cups. They're beautiful. It doesn't say that it is microwave safe or dishwasher safe. In fact, I think they recommend hand washing. When you feel this mug, I mean, it's really nicely made. It's high quality, just for me, because I want mine to last and not, you know, craze or have any problems. I'm not going to put mine in the microwave or the dishwasher, and I don't mind hand washing a quick mug. So, but I just want to let you know that these were samples that were sent to me from the creation. And from order time to receiving them, it took about 10 days. So just if you're wondering how fast you'd get it, it took about 10 days. I'm so excited to premiere these cute mugs. So I've got my hot tea, Earl Grey, of course, in my art Soothes the Heart mug, and I'm ready to go start my art and soothe my heart. So let's get started on this fun project. Grab a mug and join me. I also want to thank Jane and Alice for the gifts that you've sent me as well. Super, super sweet, and I can't wait to play with the gifts and create some things and show some videos using those items. So thank you so much to Jane and Alice. I just wanted to start a new Julie Netting paper doll project. There are about 30 videos in my playlist for my Julie Netting paper doll series. It shows lots of ideas on decorating your Julie Netting stamps, and then it was to take a book and make an altered book. So we've done 2 altered books. I did series 1 and series 2. This one was from series 2. So it had a lot of really neat things, you know, like mixed media style backgrounds. This was a fold down koi pond, and the kimono girl where the kimonos change. Lots of really fun projects to do, and you don't see the pages at all because you alter the book completely, and you use a string bound book and then do an altered book style, and then we decorated it with our Julie Netting stamps. My favorite part is at the end of the book where I've got the shadow box with Ollie Octopus. So fun. I love it. But now to do another project. So I was trying to think of some ideas. I know that a lot of the ladies that joined the Julie Netting series had difficulty with the altered book project. It is time intensive and it is a little more advanced. I tried to make the videos as easy to explain as possible, but I still found that several of you had trouble either finding a string-bound book or following along and doing an altered book. So I'm going to do another altered book, but we're going to do it a little bit different. It's going to be easier. So what I thought I would do would be to give you 4 different easy versions of books that you can make for putting your decorated Julie Netting paper dolls from the Julie Netting rubber stamps. So you can decorate your paper dolls any way you want to, and then you add them to the books. And I'm going to show you 4 different ways. So there's going to be an actual book. Again, this is like an altered book, but it's not. So super simple. So one is going to be a book. The second one is going to be a way of doing a super easy binding that you can do no sew or you can sew it. Either way, I'm going to show that. Another way is a method that I've created, and it's going to be using 12 by 12 cardstock to create a base book. Super easy, super fun to create. So we're going to do that. And then the last one would be making a magazine journal to put them in, and you would of course want to use a magazine that's like interior living or something like that, interior design, something that is a lot of pictures of home interiors inside the house. So to start this series off, and to keep the videos kind of at a little shorter bit of a pace, today is just going to be the idea number 1 with the hardbound book. It's going to be easier. So what I thought I would do is use this book. This is a romantic country style book. This is just a hardbound book, and you could go to thrift stores. You can go to your local library. Our local library has a whole section in the front where when they rotate books out of their library, where people check the books out, they get rid of books, and they sell hardbound books for like 50 cents or $1. So you can find all kinds of books. They're usually sorted by type. So you could look for an interior design book, a gardening book, something like that would be great for doing this project. Already. Romantic Country Style, and it is from the editors of Victoria magazine. And just on a whim, I went into eBay and looked to see if this book was in eBay. I saw about 20 of them, 20 listings for them with free shipping, and they're about $6. So if you love this book and you want to do it exactly the same, you know, not make it exactly the same like mine, but you want to use this book as well for your book, go check out eBay. You could probably find this exact book or one similar to it if you can't find it at your local thrift or library. It has got some really pretty interior design type images in it. So that's kind of where my idea came from, that how pretty would that be to have a decorated Julie Nutting doll in front of this beautiful window with a garden behind it. So here is my thought. And here's another one. Look at this beautiful interior. You could do a gorgeous Julie Nutting doll right here, or two of them standing in front of this piece of furniture with the vase and the bowl of fruit. It's just beautiful. So this would be perfect. I love this, and you don't have to do anything to that. It's ready to add a Julie Nutting girl to the book. So that's how my concept idea started. This one. This is a cute one too. Look at the chair with a little blanket over it and a little country room. This looks like maybe a bedroom. Be so cute to put a Julie Nutting doll on this page. So this is just so darn cute. I love these pages like this. Look at this kitchen with all these dishes on a wooden shelf. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's just stunning. So in the past with the Altered Book Project, I kept talking about string-bound books versus glued books. And some people questioned, what does that mean? I did explain it, and other people who have done altered books have explained it, but I'm going to do it again in case you're new to this channel and new to this project. You don't have to go searching around in my videos to try to find that explanation. So this book is a string-bound book, and when you go through the pages, you kind of have to look right here in the gutter, and you're looking for where the signature ends. Signatures are the pages that are folded and then sewn into a book in a signature. So there could be 6 pages together to make a signature, 10 more. It depends on the book and the publisher. If you look in the gutter, you can see the strings. So you look for the strings. See if you can see that. See right there, you see the sewn strings here, here, and here. So this book is bound together by string. A lot of other published books are glue bound, where the pages are individual, not folded, sometimes folded, but most of the time individual. And they put glue all down the end. So in here, down here, all down the pages, they put a really thick layer of glue, and they set the pages into the glue. They let it dry, and then, you know, they're made even here, and it's a glue-bound book. Glue-bound books have a tendency to fall apart when you do this kind of art thing to them. You know, you're in them a lot, you're playing with them, you're adding some weight to them by adding pockets and tags and pages and Julie Nutting dolls. And so you don't want your book, you don't want to put all this beautiful work into making something that you want to treasure for years and then have the glue parts get dried out, the glue gets dried out, and the book can break apart. So if you can find a string-bound book, trust me on this one, you'll be better off. So the first thing I'm going to do to my book is to remove some pages, and I'm just flipping through, and I don't care for this image all that much. I look to see what is on the other side. It's got some cute little pictures here, and then the other side here is a kitchen scene, but I can lose that. It won't bother me, and this kitchen scene is cute to keep. So when you're going to remove a page on a string-bound book, you find the signature with a string. So there you can see in the gutter, see right there, you can see the strings. So you'll know that you're right in the center of the signature if you can fold up the edge and see that this is all one piece of paper. So if it is, you can just grab it and give it a pull, and it pops right out. So it still stays one piece, and it just popped right out of the book. And I removed it. Now I still have this kitchen scene over here, and this page here is something that I have to decide if I want to keep or remove, because now your next page is going to be the center of the signature where you can fold that up. So I don't want to remove this one, so I don't want to remove this one because then this one would fall out because they're one solid sheet. So I hope that makes sense. You do want to remove some pages because we're going to be folding over some pages and adding some things to it. And when you do that, if you fold a page, now you've made it double thick instead of single thick, and that's going to add bulk to the book. And you don't want it to gator too much. Now, here I talk about gatoring. This book gators. It does. It's because I put all kinds of really thick and chunky things in it. And I added a lot of girls, and I added pockets, and I added pullouts and all kinds of stuff. And there's no way that it wouldn't gator when this is the width of the book and you've added all that fun stuff to it. So if you don't mind, I don't mind the gaitered thing. It doesn't bother me. I think it looks cute. But in this book, I'm kind of going to try to keep it a little thinner. So I'm going to go through and remove some pages. And my concept of it is to find images that I want to keep like this, and then see what's next to it and find where it is in the signature. And like I said, you don't want to tear one page out because the page that's attached on the other side will fall out of the book. So just make sure when you're removing them that you're removing them with the strings right in the middle of your page. And another thing you can do, if you don't come across enough pages that you want to remove, like this one right here, I love that image so much, but this next page is the string page, and I don't want to remove that, so I had to pass on it. I don't care for these images, but I love that one, so I have to leave it. Then I get to this one. I really like this one. I really like these. So it's hard to make a decision on what to remove and what not to remove. And these, I don't want these because they're not a solid page of an image. They're little pieced, so they're not on the string, not where the string is. So you can remove them if you want to. You can put a self-healing mat back here. So you can take your mat and you can put it back here, and you can take your X-Acto knife and you could cut right here, leaving about a 1/2 inch or so, and then you can glue that 1/2 inch line of paper, put a bead of glue in here, and glue it to the next page. You're going to have a little tiny white seam there where that page was removed, but it's not going to be that big of a deal, and that'll keep pages from falling out. And then I could remove these pages that I don't care for, even though they're not right on the string where I can tear them out. Because if I tear this out now, whatever it's attached to in its signature back here is going to fall out somewhere else in the book. So go in about a 1/2 inch, cut that with scissors or with an X-Acto, and put a bead of glue and glue this page down to this page if this one is one you're going to keep, but you want to remove this one and it's not in the string. So hopefully that makes sense to you, and it's just going to be another way of me getting some of these pages out of the book, because I'm trying to find the strings, and of course everywhere where there's a string, where it's a string of a signature sewn in, they're pretty pages that I don't want to remove. So you can do that and then glue that seam down. You could put washi tape over it if you wanted to. You just want to be sure you put a little bit of glue or something behind it and glue it down so that the page on the other side of it doesn't fall out of the book. So this page right here, I'm removing. I tore it out, and when you do that, now your string is right here on the next page, so that gives you an opportunity to look at the front and back of those and decide if those are pages that you absolutely have to keep. And you know what? They're okay, but I've got better ones, so I'm going to do a second pull. And here's my string again. Every time you pull a set out, your string is on top, and then it gives you the opportunity to look at what's on the opposing sides and decide if you want to pull another page. Yes, perfect. So I was able to remove 3 pages right there. Let's see. This is a go. That's kind of pretty. But I've got other things, and I could use that to cover something else. So make sure I'm still on my strings. I am. So I'm going to remove one more set here. So look at this beautiful garden gate with lights on it, and then there's wording over here, and this is kind of pretty on the back side. And these are those ones that I do want to remove, but I don't want to remove this one because it attaches to this. I'm leaving that in the book. So I could cut this page out a 1/2 inch in and glue that down, and then take this page and glue those two together. So I love this picture right here with the rocking chair and the fireplace in a bedroom all in greens. That's really cute. And I've got these 2 pages next to it that I don't really care about what's on them or on the back side of it. So this would be a great place. In the past projects, I've shown you how to make girls on the edge. I've shown that in another altered book, paper doll book, and I showed you in the Julie Nutting books in both series. So what I'm going to do right here is to glue these 2 pages together to make them nice and sturdy. And then I'm going to cover this part of the image up on the front and the back with something, and I've got some ideas to show you about that too. And then I'm going to put a girl on the edge and cut her out about halfway through. So there's going to be this page, and there'll be this cute design here with a girl on the edge. And then when you flip it, I'm going to put her opposite image. I'm going to reverse stamp her and put her on this side and just dress her differently to go with this bedroom scene. So that's going to be really fun. I've got some great ideas. We're going to play along a little bit, and I'll show you some quick ideas, but I do want to make this a quick project. This should be something, when you have these rooms that are already photographed like this, it should be quick and easy, because all you have to do is create your Julie Nutting girl and add her to the scene. So this is a great book, and like I said, go to your local thrift shop or library where they have used books or yard sales and find a book that is more on interior design. This is a country one, a country romantic interior design style. So look for that, and look them with solid pages with scenes, because that'll be perfect, and it'll make a quick and easy, beautiful backdrop to put your dolls on. Right in the front of the book, look at this beautiful window out to a garden, and it's got the title to the book, and then contents, which I don't need to see. And then the next one is a really pretty one. I love this one with the flowers in a vase next to this beautiful furniture, and I've got a cute idea for that too. So this would be a perfect spot too to put a girl on the edge. So I'm going to put my plastic mat in here to protect this, and I'm going to go ahead and use Mod Podge and cover this page like we've done with the altered books, which I know you guys don't really like doing that, but if you could also use a glue stick and glue stick this together, but I just like using Mod Podge. I think it comes out better, so that's my choice. Do what's best for you and what's quickest for you. But I'm going to put my Mod Podge down and smooth this out and close the book and let it dry. And then I'm going to put a Julie Nutting girl along this edge, reverse stamp her, and decorate her differently. So she's going to show up with this image and this image. The Mod Podge got kind of wrinkly, and so the next page, I wanted to glue these 2 together, and I used glue stick. This is Scotch Create glue stick, multi-purpose. And this stuff is super sticky. I love it. So I used that on that page, and then I glued these 2 pages together to make a girl on the edge, and I used the glue stick, and guess what? Between Mod Podge and glue stick, I like the glue stick better. You never heard that from me before, but I do. So I'll put a link in the description box below for these glue sticks, and if you're doing a book like this, I suggest you use that for gluing your pages down. I glued these 2 together as well. Look at that cute staircase with galoshes lined up, and one of those Julie Nutting girls has a raincoat and galoshes. It'll be so cute to put that in this page. And I love this bedroom scene, so now they're back to back. So I'm just kind of going through the book and figuring out where I can keep a scene and glue pages together. And I've got this cute scene I just showed with the staircase and the galoshes, and then I've got this page that I showed you where I glued these 2 together to make this beautiful scene. I love that outdoor scene. That's going to be so pretty with the girl right here. So these pages are glued. And it left one loose page in between. And I think what I'm going to do for that one is to fold it in like this. Not all the way to the center. I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch. Just because if you put that all the way into the gutter, it's going to make your book thick there. So just to there. And I'm going to glue that down. And this will be the perfect place to do a girl on the edge. Yeah, so that's another way to do a girl on the edge is if you have a one page, fold it over, glue it together, put your girl down, and then you can trim it out and you'll have a girl on the edge. So I'm having a ball gluing these pages together and deciding which pages are going to go with which. And I've got this cute page here with a kitchen table and a chair. And what I'd like to do with that page is to take an X-Acto knife and cut along the edge of the table, decorate a Julietting girl just from waist up, tuck her in the slit, so that the chair still shows behind her and it'll look like she's sitting at the table. And then instead of gluing these two pages together now, what I'm going to do is just put a Post-it note on this to remind me that that's what I want to do with this page. And once I get the girl in place, then I can glue her or tape her on the back side of the page where she comes through the slit and then glue these two pages together. So I'm not going to glue these now. I'm going to glue them after I put her seated at the table, but that's going to be really cute. I thought it was a fun idea that I'd share. So that's it so far for book style number 1. I've shown you how to remove pages and how to put pages together, how to choose your scenes and make things that you're going to put girls on the edge. So now that I've put together my pages with folding things over and gluing pages together and making flip outs and things, now I'm ready to move on to the next video where I show you how to cover the book text spots. So join me for the next video. And of course, go make art, because art soothes the heart.